Mame fa na se ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Behwe ho asem and then the American sika ye to see ebedi no over 225 billion and over 26 yes 226 billion and aban say taxes and as for ye grants and sabaka sika ye beboaboa no aye sabaka e wa fi mu nu nyina no government is expecting say obenya about 176 billion Ghana cedis. So she nyansi ye no yenyan nye no budget no run deficit that's so over 50 billion. We need to say yakwakobobosia sebe ye betime bridge the gap. Don't forget buying say in revenues, taxes, grants and then as for expect to send in sabaka nyina no going into next year no around 170 billion Ghana cedis. But we year market say obedi 226. So the difference, always and always they must be on the equal scale. And the year di ne the year naturally say for instance, I'm breaking it down for you. So our salary 100, your salary 1,000 Ghana cedis. That is your salary. For a few moon me can say now I say just say a few moon ubedi 1,500. We see o salary awoje 1,000 cedis. Now I can say a few moon nyina sika ubedi 1,500. Enti wunyan start year no kra no what the cut 500 Ghana cedis. Sana your budget in it here. Enti deficit based always and always say your bubble seem to finance it sebeya ebetimi ene sebeya revenues ene expenditure be equal. And ye did 226 and sika yes practice ye benya no 176 enyan ye no ye the cap almost be 50 that we need to raise that money to your friends fill the gap. And in doing so one key thing that you need to remember and say as the government of Ghana has officially been barred from the credit space. The international commercial space where countries go to borrow. It been a year the Euro bond and other your friend is saying countries ye bilateral way for yes be ye ho chire kwa jijisika from hone na se for no sa kwanya ni hobiam because the economy has been managed so bad to the extent say your credit score is so poor. So you see abontin say kwa kobobosin a obi ene ho be ma yembi. So that 50 billion deficit in American no, where do you think the government will get that particular money from? It means say abiding and nature this domestic market. Now oko raise that particular money free. And don't forget to say so be a private business our Ghana. Ontimi mfa plane so called IMF. And I say or China no, they deal with countries. So these companies and as a private enterprises always rely on the local economy. So if you have a situation where the government cannot go to the credit space, the domestic market, which is meant for private enterprises some local industries, at the end of the day, there will be a competition. And whenever government is in competition with the private sector, government will win. So what it means is government is going to also lock out these private enterprises from the domestic space. Their access to credit will become a challenge. So the issues are related, whichever way you want to see it. So the access of these domestic and private enterprises to credit to a certain extent, anyhow, because you can't be in a competition with government because a buying intimate so 50 billion deficit now that money will be raised from your friends local market has a so government is going to be in competition with your local industries in as a forum. And other issues are your friends budget and I think those of you who have been following keenly within the week when a bit of insight, there has been a lot of discussion around it for so first my can near my mensa and I think so with time let us look at it yebete nneema bi ase. So first one, budget no can Ofori Atta say for the first time in the history, in the economic history of Ghana, the budget Ghana, the size of our GDP, is likely to hit 1 trillion mark. In a good day, say Omano GDP a balloon to that particular extent, a call for celebration, because it gives an indication say Omano expanded, the economic base expanded. So when you go into that particular country, you are supposed to feel the impact of that particular growth in our economy. So there are two things: positive growth. When Abraham who say a new sem kosro amount for the, because a 1 trillion economy, there should have a capacity to create job opportunities for amount for million production cost, so output is high. And the basa that drive become positive. But besides, I say see economy come once me. I buy to create a juma. Private sector to create a juma. A new sem is a challenge. So the cost of this particular expansion, even if it is true, net positive, sir. Now, it is the other way around, because your GDP, it is the economic value, the market value of your saying goods and services you produce within a specific frame of time. So this one, if you are using 1 year, maybe within a year. So the market value of your friend saying finished goods and services. So economic activities in as for a cost within our mind, and this year about the market value. Market value nema drivers are nema no key your prices, because also who the market value of goods and services that are produced within your friends a specific frame of time. One key element your price, because price in a bit determined. So when you have inflation going up high, as far as Ghana inflation rate, it may hit 51. Obviously it will drive these figures will look very high, but it doesn't reflect say economically things are getting better. That is the picture I want us to get. Say neema na a driver ma GDP na ye ho ha na wuhu no enye nyuma and enye say productivity bi na e cost na mom and neema mom na bo aye den, and in GDP it is about the market value of your friends saying finished goods and services within a specific frame. And it is inflation cost affect the market value, and obviously though your GDP and other stuff will go up. And reflect say economy no expansion capture a man for human yet then as a form there be. And especially at this time so where the cedi and the dollar now, the one key thing, dollar no is cedi, dollar no stable, a cost high, and the very moment dollar no cost no prices follow. Obviously, some of these figures will go up. And then another question I also be say I want to say GDP na ya kan wasem no. Enye Ghana nyuma kwa it overall your friend saying goods and services ye within no mind no. Enti no Ghana ye share do saying and the work side way, because most of the companies na omo ha actively they contribute to Ghana's GDP most of them foreign-based companies sabi omo ye adwuma no nyina wie na omo sika sem no boa no pe ye tam sika no away. Take a company like MTN, which is I think it's a South African company, and you know by ye adwuma okrom ha. Whenever you gauge the market value of economic transactions and activity, obviously you can't leave MTN then the businesses out, but ask yourself say how much of it sika and the kakroma say. So obviously that analysis 1 million mark way in nominal terms might look good for just for economic analysis, but in reality any effect be on the economy, because these companies I understand kaya wamra okroma say we a foreign company now bagana na say we your business na say for nyina wia afimu a certain percentage of your profits must be retained. Maybe we can say those sikan best take chrome ha ama say be nyuma 7 na for, but samra no ni ho enti ni pa no ba ye adwuma ha no nya ne mfa so nyina. They have the right to repatriate all those amount of money away. And when these monies are exiting in Ghana, they don't go in cedis, they go in dollars. So they change these monies into dollars. At the end of the day, it bring further strain on the economy. So we use more transactions and as for the gauge say with GDP expanding as for the economy a growing a woody. That is why most economists and theorists are moving away from just GDP as a way of measuring how well economy is doing or not. And there are other key ways among for you. What's it about your friends saying poverty index? What's it about your friends saying happiness index? What's it about human development index? And then the discussion in Accra around your friends saying human development index, because it's not just looking at the economic figures alone, but it put a premium on the individual. Now, as an individual, what is your value, your developmental value? So it talks about literacy. It talks about your friend is saying lifespan, access to credit, and a whole lot of stuff. And whenever you are rated positive, it means that the individual life within, in terms of development, both economically and socially, the person is doing well. So these are some of the key things, some of the indices are among for you to determine say economy I was certain linkage be on the lives of the people. And yes sir, the figures will be looking good, but on the grounds the lives of the people appear terrible, just like the situation we find ourselves in. And even most economists agree say so person will assess how well economy is doing in terms of where instead of say we use the GDP, the gross national product your friend saying yes, gross national product, that is the GNP, and only the same economic activities your friend saying the market value of the same your friends goods and services produced within the year, but not within the borders of this particular country, but by Ghanaian nationals. It is a Ghana ni bi wa America na se wo bie na dwuma wo ho no ye Ghana ni no ye adwuma, whatever value bi asa nipa no activity bi o ye bia no you count on say or you Ghana ni enti dwumadi na o kan account, because these are businesses are wholly belonging to Ghanaians. And in that particular regard companies more foreign companies more back Ghana more adwuma no or more output yamfa kan ye yifrim, or that is the only way you can know say unkro for ADA. But GDP in the is bloated. It's bloated. It's bloated. And so far your friend is saying gross national product na at least I know the open who say you want kasa won crow for more economic output the market value and our assess, and that might have some direct linkage be on the people. And the mere fact that for Atta can say Ghana economy is likely to hit 1 trillion mark, and as for all babaka na civil servants or more in the department sorry budget so sometimes you begin to wonder say Ghana yetimi emu bia na sankrofo wait and I say omu who Ghana for bo, and I said it's just politics keke, because so how this economy has suffered in the last 5 to 6 7 years Menyesho said what he read in Parliament, anything a bit may remedy the kind of damage, the extensive damage I caused to this particular country. Enti mo maye nunu ye ho ensre. Engaging in that kind of intellectual masturbation, will not help any of us, because these figures are yet throw out there, and solve any of our problems. And I was thinking, say maybe these people will be guided. Not yet say they sit here. So the mere fact that the economy hit 1 trillion mark, I'm sure say you understand it. Say it doesn't necessarily mean say the economy is doing better, because there are other negative factors a bit me across. And again, rebasing of the economy was another key thing. Because rebasing the economy say over the years, economy, there are other aspects about on streamer which otherwise in the previous way, were not captured. And you know, we expanded the base to capture those things. When it is expanded like that, always the base of the GDP, you know, ever cost even in nominal terms, a basa, and no can who be the man, your debt to your GDP, a drop about for me, because whenever the economy is with base, my debt to GDP about for me, because economy na send a buy. Na interest numasem air costro. So I think that these are key things we need to consider, and sana ubi jubilate or jubilate. Yes. Until said government the interventions no policies here best for your friends saying numasem productivity ama numasem cost, that exchange trade amount for year juma. I don't know about economy, because even other economies in and so forth. I don't know a driver no, because in America, in the UK, and other places, oh sorry, I'm not pa, oh benya juma ye. And that is the key thing. So the focus should be on creation of your first job. Sabaya man for benya bi, because in juma sem no ya the output and those things, you know, a bit miamboa. But that area no consideration. And ya to akin hawk sake kesani ya koto numbers in the good parliament. Yeah, parliamentarians who are winning because of politics, and you know, the budget so can the budget so no can. It ends there, and at the end of the day, the lives of the people and get it better in any way.
PENDREAM TV now so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.